Hey, good evening, folks. Welcome back to Luminous Wargaming. We're going to take a look at yesterday's Sunday preview of the Codex Space Marines, which is going to be out on October 14th. Second Codex of the edition. Tyranids went first. And let's see what's coming up. As always, please remember to like, subscribe, comment down below, and click the notifications bell for more great content for Luminous Wargaming. Because we love having you around. So let's take a look at the video first. Oh, let's go back to that real quick. This will actually tell us what all the data sheets are. Gilliman, Magnus, Calbgard. So we've got all the people up here. Praetor Cantor is still there. Torgaradon's still there. Lysander is still there. Vulcan, he's down there, thank goodness. And Adrex Agatone. So not as many losses of the older characters as we might have thought. They didn't all get eliminated. Okay, so we've got the captain, Gravis Armor Captain, Phobos Terminator, and the captain with jump pack. For those, no captain on bike. And I think there's one other captain that got eliminated. Lieutenants are down to 4 of them. One of whom is generic. Reaver, Phobos, and then the combi weapon guy is basically another kind of a stealth one. He has that weird. I hope he doesn't still have the anti-Tyranids role he does in the index. 3 librarians. 1, 2, 3, 4 chaplains. There's still a chaplain on bike, thank goodness. Tech Marine is down to just 1. There's not too many. 2 kinds of apothecary, but there's no difference between Primaris and regular anymore. Ancients are still there. Judiciaire is still there. Company Heroes. Notice the Company Champion is not there. He's now part of the Company Heroes, which we're going to look at in a second. Intercessors Squad. Assault Intercessors with jump packs. Without jump packs. Heavy Intercessor. Regular Intercessor, Infiltrator. So no big surprises here. Although notice the Assault Squad was not there. We didn't see that one. Those are basically you just use the models as Vanguard Veterans with jump packs or Assault Intercessors with jump packs. If they happen to be the one with the Eviscerator, you just say, hey, he happens to have 2 hands on his chainsword right now. Don't worry about it. Aggressors, Reavers, no big surprises here. Dreadnoughts are all right here. We're only down to only 4 kinds of dreadnoughts. Notice the Contemptor dreadnought is gone. With that, I'm a little bit not thrilled about. Suppressor Squad, Outrider Squad, Invader HV, Inceptor Squads. Okay, a lot of the Land Speeders are gone, but the Storm Speeders are all still there. Hellblasters, Eliminators, Eradicators, Desolation Squads, and Devastator Squads are still here. Firestrike Super Turrets are unfortunately still here. If there was one thing they could have stood to get rid of, it was that. Those things are just ridiculous. And I don't know if they're actually like decent in the game now. They were terrible last edition. I mean, they were just atrocious. But also, it's kind of silly. Like, why would you waste your Tech Marines sitting on a fixed gun platform? That's dumb. Whirlwinds, the Gladiators are still there in all their glory, of course. They're relatively new. Predators, Vindicators, the 3 types of Land Raider, 2 types of Repulsor. Transports haven't really changed. And then, of course, we've got the Flyers, the Drop Pod, and the Hammerfall Bunker. I'll talk about another thing that we could have. I don't like these fortifications much. But that pretty much tells us exactly what we're going to get. And we also have up here the 3 types, or all the types of detachments. So we have Gladius Strike Force, Anvil Siege Force. I think we can pretty well guess what that's going to be. Ironstorm Spearhead. Not sure about that. Firestorm Assault Force. This is the Salamanders looking one with the assault stuff. That one's I'm very excited about. Stormlance, I'm not as sure about. Vanguard Spearhead. This might have something to do with Raven Guard, I'm not sure. And the first Company Task Force that's going to focus on veterans and Terminators. So, let's keep going. Okay, we get it. Yes, a lot of that stuff is down here at the bottom. I did not do the Pariah Nexus first one. I need to do that one. I was honestly very displeased with it. But we'll get to that here in another video very shortly. Probably later this week, because I need to catch up on that. I didn't know that Part 2 was already out either. I'm going to go back and check on that. Hopefully an improvement from Part 1. Okay. So we have the Codex. We already looked at the beginning, 216-page book, so it's quite thick still, even with the removed data sheets. I do like the collector's edition a lot, but unique cover art, foil details, just for I hate to even think what this thing is going to cost. As much as I would like to have it, I will probably skip this. Maybe not. If I can lay my hands on one, I might get it. I do have a collector's edition of the 4th edition main rulebook, which is really cool. Unfortunately, I lost the collector's certificate that came with it years and years ago. Maybe someday it'll pop up when I'm cleaning things out. But okay, let's get down here. Captain with jump pack. Okay, very cool. If I did not already have 2 kit bashed jump pack captains, I would strongly consider this, but I really don't need him. I took Cave and Shrike model and made him into one. I should show him sometime. He has a gigantic oversized sword because I gave him an extra Paragon Warsuit sword. So that you could have a big, long, huge captain-like sword. And then I actually made a jump pack version of Ragnar Blackmane, because I wanted to have one that could use the Teeth of Terra. Granted, this guy's the Power Fist, but I don't think I'm going to get him just to have yet another captain that has a Power Fist. I mean, you can also... How many captains do you need in your army? I've already got 1, 2, 3, well, 4, counting the Gravis captain, and now my... company champion model. I'm not sure if he's going to be a captain or what. Okay. Chaplain Terminator armor. This is my guy right here. This is the guy that I would probably want. Out of all these models, more than anything, having a Terminator Chaplain would be very, very handy. And I love the fact that he now gets a shield. It's super cool. 2 different Croziuses he comes with, which I like that at all. So I think that I will be probably building with the optional Relic Shield. I'll definitely be getting him. Company Heroes. Let's see here. What do we got? Veterans. Okay, so we've got a couple veterans. An ancient. And then we've got the champion here. I guess this guy is the captain. Yeah, give me another captain. I don't really care much for ancient. I realize ancients can be useful. 2 extra veterans. This is just... I think I could probably make this squad out of existing models or something pretty close to it. Yeah, I use the captain and then kit bash something in to have a banner. I mean, these are good models. I like them. Don't get me wrong. They're really nice looking models, but it's just not bringing to the table anything that I have. I already have a company champion model that I made out of a Warhammer 30K one, and he, as it is probably gonna have to become a lieutenant or something like that. I'm not quite sure what to do. He's one of my favorites too. He looks cool. So I don't see myself needing any of this anytime soon. Terminators. I've already got 2 squads of regular Terminators. This is the new one with the Heavy Flamer. Now, weirdly, remember the Terminators that came in the Leviathan box were the monopose, so you didn't get the Heavy Flamer option. You only got the Assault Cannon. And mine, weirdly for Salamanders, do not actually have Heavy Flamers. They both have Assault Cannons. And I don't think that I'm going to be getting another one just to be able to get a Heavy Flamer on there. Now, granted, they do look good. I do like the Heavy Flamer. They're overall quite cool, but I don't need 15 Terminators. I think about it, that's almost 600 points when you put them on the table. I just don't see myself putting them to good use. Let's see here, what else we got? Jump pack intercessors. Now, these guys... I think what I would be more interested in doing is trying to lay my hands on some jump packs and turning one of my existing Assault Intercessor squads into jump packs. I don't know. Maybe. I might think about it with these guys. But right now I'm probably more likely to use the Assault Squad to do this. If I keep the assault intercessors on foot, then I could put a max squad of 10 in a Land Raider and have him jump out with Adrax Agatone, give him the kind of bodyguard he deserves. So right now you can't lead Blade Guard veterans, which is very, very unfortunate. He really should be able to, in my view. Also, that, by the way, is an annoyance of mine. The Impulsor needs an extra slot for carrying capacity, but that's neither here nor there right now. Nevertheless, these are very cool and very dynamic-looking models. These really do the jump pack troop a lot more justice than older ones, so they are cool. In the long run, I might think about getting some, but right now, I just don't need them. I have 15 jump infantry already. All the base sizes are correct. I just don't see the point. I do actually think it's probably a good thing they took out the Vanguard veterans without the jump packs. I don't know that anybody ever even used them without jump packs. It kind of was redundant with the assault intercessor, so that was a good choice. Stern Guard veteran squad. Already got these in the mono pose. The Pyroblaster is very good. The heavy Pyroblaster here is very cool. Or heavy brand new Pyre Cannon heavy weapon. It's not a heavy Pyroblaster, it's a Pyre Cannon. So basically, it is a heavy flamer that instead of being stacked up and down, like the Terminator one, notice here, up and down, oh no, look, we turned it on its side, and so now it is totally a Pyre Cannon and not a heavy flamer. It is fine. I like how this one looks. It looks very cool. And I do wish I had one to swap in and out for my, what do you call them? Stern Guard. But I don't. So we're going to have to just do without, as I don't think I need more of these. As it is, I, for all intents and purposes, have something like, I think, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I have enough models to field 3 squads of Stern Guard if I really want to, or possibly even 2 squads plus 2 Devastator squads, with a couple Marines left over. If I could somehow get this guy just by himself, I would like that, but I don't need the other ones, and I do not care about the bag banners, unless you're going to give me one. I'm not that good of an artist to make them myself. Lieutenant, okay, I do have this guy. He is quite generic. I built him like this with the Power Fist, so I don't need another one. I don't care about getting these. My other, I have the Phobos one as well, and the one with the combi whip, but I don't have the Reaver. I think that my chapter champion or company champion is likely to get a shield and become the shield-bearing version of the lieutenant. So I don't see myself getting this guy, as I already have him, and I don't care that much about the alternate builds. I don't see the point, especially in building these guys with the rifle options. They just don't do enough. Brutalis, already got one of him. I don't think I would get a second one. If I was going to get a second of any of the 3 big dreadnoughts, it would be the Redemptor. I am a little bit, unless they change this in the Codex, I'm a little bit annoyed that the claws are just the same as the fists, only with the sweep profile. I think the claws should have got something like maybe a boost by 1 point of damage or something like that in their strike profile compared to the fists. Because now I'm a little bit regretful that I didn't put the bolt rifles on them and just use the fist. At some point, probably the sweep profile will come in handy, but I think I'm just losing out on bolt rifle shots now. But hey, it's fine. I still got my multi-meltas, twin link multi-meltas, always a good time. And a little bit anti-aircraft firepower here in the Iron Herald Heavy Stubber Icarus. That is a hidden treasure right there, and something you want to keep in mind. This guy is one of my favorites. I really like him. I think he's a lot of fun. He's a good model. I just used him for the first time in a game this past weekend, and he did kill a Redemptor Dreadnought in melee combat, which was exciting and fun. So I've been very happy with him. Desolation Squad, everybody hates these guys. I think now everybody who owns them now hates the fact that they're 200 points, which may have been a bit much of a bump, along with cutting their efficiency in half, so you can't take them in 10-member squads anymore. I think that probably they could have stayed at 180 to 185 rather than going up to 200. But they're available for you to buy now. I do not like this, guys. I'd put a helmet on them. Don't like that head at all. But other than that, they're cool models. And they have grown on me. Initially, when I first learned about these things, I was like, what is this weapon? This is just some bonkers, unwieldy thing. It has really grown on me. I do think that they're a lot... They're just... Their appeal to me has increased greatly since they first appeared. But I know that they are probably the subject of a lot of hate right now. Okay, let's keep going on. Combat Patrol Space Marines. Okay, so this we have the Terminators, we have the Inferno Squads, the Lieutenant. Wait a minute. Why do I feel like... Oh, no, it's not a Lieutenant. That's the Inferno Squad leader. Sorry, I was looking at... I know that. I was looking at him and thinking he was the Lieutenant with the combi weapon again, but he's not. He is the Inferno Squad leader. Terminator Librarian and Terminator Captain. Again, won't be getting this. I already have 2 Terminator Captains and I have 2 Terminator Librarians. One of them's still in the box. I'm going to probably see about getting rid of one of them. So I'd rather have the Chaplain. And the Terminators, I already have the monopose one, so I don't see the point in getting that. There's nothing here for me. And honestly, I don't think this is the greatest combat patrol. This is just a half-assed version of the Strike Force. I don't think this is really that great. One of the weaker combat patrols, in my opinion, mainly because you don't have any leaders for these guys. You can only attach. Can you attach a loot? You might be able to attach both to the Terminator Squad. I'm not sure, but either way, I'm just not entirely. Just not really that happy with it. I don't need more Infernus Marines. I already have 10 of them. Don't think I would ever want to take 3 squads, 3 MSUs. I suppose if I had 30, I could really lean into it. But I just don't see the point. All right, moving on. Yeah, I'd say that. So let's recap here. Box set, I'd say very, very weak. Desolation Squad, good, but although not significant change from what was already available on Agastus. Also, yeah, you can switch back and forth between Super Frag and Super Crack, but you have to do it at Army Selection, and that's not that handy. You're almost always going to take Crack. Brutalis, probably my favorite out of the whole pack, but I already have them, so I'll be getting more. Lieutenant, kind of don't care. I got one already, good enough. Stringer Veteran Squad, they're fine, decent, like them, especially like Mr. Pyre Cannon over here, but I don't need more of them, and I really wish I could just somehow lay my hands on a Pyre Cannon guy. These guys, impressive new jump pack models, but not something I need. Terminators, glad they're not monopose. Glad we got the Heavy Flamer back, which, remember, this is a Heavy Flamer, up and down Heavy Flamer, side to side Pyre Cannon. Remember, everybody remember. Just like Moon, Death Star, know the difference. Good models here, all good models, but not anything I need. I like the Ancient. I've already got somebody that can do this job, so I could put this together, or I could just not worry about. Potentially, though, if I make the company champion model I have now into a lieutenant, I guess I could maybe get this eventually, because I don't have a regular power armor captain or any of the other stuff, but I don't know. Don't really see it happening. This guy is the champ here. Second favorite model after the Brutalis, and highest priority to get since I don't have one of him, obviously, since he's brand new. Captain with jump pack, very cool, but not anything I need. I guess maybe if I did somehow ended up with one, I'd build one just to have him with a power fist, but I'm not going to be going to get him. And we've already talked about the books. So looking at all that, of course we have data cards and dice. I'm not going to buy the overpriced dice. These things are going to be ridiculous like they always are. Do not buy these dice. Do not buy Games Workshop dice unless you have money to burn. Buy cheap dice. Don't buy these things. Data cards. I've already got the index data cards. I'm just going to line stuff out and write on them and then at the end of the edition I'll throw them away. But I'm not about to go buy another set of data cards when I already bought one. I think that's kind of a dick move, of releasing them for the index and then invalidating them right away. This is glad they're releasing this though. Leviathan Mission Deck, very glad they're bringing this out. Very handy. Ruse Heresy. We'll go over this real quick. I do like this a lot. This is a very cool model, and I like this take on the Space Wolves. I really think that the 40k Space Wolves should have more of the Viking and a little less of the wolves in space stuff going on. I think they should be more symbolized by the wolf as opposed to actually turning into wolves and wolfing and all this other nonsense. There's a little too much wolfiness in the Space Wolves and too little Viking. But this is just exactly right here. This is an awesome, awesome model. And the heads, the alternate heads are very cool too. Black Library, Gene Father. This is about Fabius Bile and Belisarius Call. I don't know if I'll get to that one anytime soon. Rathalos Flesh Terrors. Might read this one. These off chapters are a little more interesting to me than a lot of the mainline chapters. Only in Death. Don't know about that one. Eisenhorn. I do not own. This is an older book. I don't own it. Would like to read it though. Eisenhorn is indeed the most famous Inquisitor. I read Ravenor years and years ago, but I've never read this one. Need to lay my hands on this. I still want the Bloody Rose book too. I do want to read the sisters' books. Probably won't get to the Orcs. And then we got some Age of Sigmar stuff down there. Okay, so that's pretty much it. Overall, a decent refresh on the Space Marines. Nice stuff. I do like it. I guess what I would say is it's a little hard for me to judge because the vast majority of stuff that I'm not going to get because it will just be redundant and it'll leave me with excessive numbers of models that I don't have much of a use for. So it's pretty much the Chaplain. That's about it. So that one guy, that's the only thing I would care. If I could somehow get the guy with the Pyre Blast or Pyre Cannon. I really also wish you could get a Pyre Cannon in an Infernus squad. Maybe you will be able to, but in that case, I am going to be very irritated because the one Leviathan didn't come with one, and then you're going to be stuck with 10 of them and no Pyre Cannon. So I almost hope that you can't because I don't want to get stuck with the kit. But on the other hand, I hope that you can because it seems appropriate. Yeah, just not the greatest model for me. Also, I would say I don't. It is good that they cut down on redundant models. We did not need Vanguard veterans and on foot and with jump packs, assault squads on foot and with jump packs, and assault intercessors, and then add assault intercessors with jump packs. It's good. We're cutting this down to 2 types of jump pack troops. That's the right move. We cut down on the number of captains. We went over the table contents in detail, and there were some good cuts. There are a couple more things I think that could have been cut, most notably the servo turrets. Oh, there's the other kind of silly weapon. The Thunderfire Cannon is gone, thank goodness. But I'm also not too happy with some other ones. Like the Contemptor Dreadnought, that one. I realize it's a Horus Heresy thing, and they're kind of being inconsistent, but I think that one could have stayed. I have one. It is going to become a Custodes model because I'm not. Why would I use it as a Legends model when I could use it as a non-Legends model in a different army by just repainting it? So that'll be on my list of things to do. But anyhow, thanks for watching. I hope you're looking forward to the Space Marine Codex Release 2. Please remember to like, subscribe, comment down below, and click the notifications bell for more great content from Wilderness Wargaming, and we'll see you back here very soon. Bye-bye.